Okay. I know I was just sitting there looking, but it wasn't doing the 10 minute. But anyways, um, I was sitting there going on for like 3 hours talking to my twin, like telling him just like all the shit. And I was like, why can I never make a video of this? So here we go. We was talking about like, because how I always expect the worst, and I always trying to like shut everybody out because I always expect the worst because I feel bad for feeling like this. I feel bad for having people feel bad for me, kind of thing. Because I was always used to made to feel bad for feeling like this, or having anybody have any kind of like feelings or anything, caring or anything like it, because that shit got disregarded, never got, and I got made to feel bad for feeling like this. He's like, well, you shouldn't feel like it. I was like, I really do try every single day to look at the good things that we go do and all the stuff. Like, I really do every single day try. I even tell myself all the good things that's good, that's happening. It's good. It's good. It's great. It's exhausting. It's very exhausting. Like, I really do try every single day to do it. That's why I end up getting down days where I'm just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was going on about like, it's because of how my mind is programmed. Like, it's hard to get out of thinking like I do every single day, because all the shit that I was normally every single day doing and having to do, like when I overthink because of him, my ex. And for instance, if I were to go outside, I would yell for him to see which direction I'm walking in, because he would have people there. And God forbid if I crossed somebody for a whole second and he wasn't there, you know what I mean? Or if a car was coming down the road, if I didn't make it to my ass to the backyard before I got seen, because I'd get bitched at. Couldn't be in the front yard because I was trying to be seen by the road, and we lived in the country, and not very many people were always going down the road. God forbid if somebody, drove by revving their engine, because that was for me, which it wasn't. It's a straight stretch. And as soon as people come around that curve, they are flying down that mud. Just saying. And just having to think like I do. Like, uh, fuck, I was just flowing this shit out. But anyways, it it's very exhausting. Been exhausting, overthinking all the time. Then a lot of stuff that I be thinking about. It's like a battle every day. Like, I don't tell people a lot of shit that I be thinking. Like, nobody knows what's going on up here. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't even just let it show. Sometimes I play it all out in my head. I'm like 20 steps ahead in this situation of whatever the fuck. That's how it is. It sucks. He's like, well, you need to be like 2 steps. I can't be 2 steps. 2 steps is not enough. I got to think about what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I'm already like 20 steps ahead. Done played the whole situation out in my head. Like, I assume the worst, always expect the worst, because that's all what I'm used to thinking. And so yeah, that's what I deal with there. Anyways, but another thing was like, don't even get me started on the cell phones, because I can't tell you how many fucking cell phones I've been through or been without. Is bullshit. Don't even get me started on that one. But just the simple fact of like the certain things that would be said to me, that have like, I just don't want to be like him. I don't want him coming out of me, for me having to think like him all these fucking years, having to think like that, having to be like that. And it's like, it's hard as fuck to stop thinking like I think. It's hard as fuck every single day getting up and telling myself, you're doing good things, you're worth something, you're gonna be something. It's hard to actually say it than actually believe it. I can have everybody telling me the same thing, and it's hard for me to believe it. But I keep thinking to myself, if I had the same people in the same, tell myself every single day this, it'll eventually have the same effect as the bad, which I hope for. I don't want to always think like this, and I feel like I'm always going to think like this, and I can't stand it because I don't want to hurt nobody in the process of trying to fix me, because I don't feel like I'm worth it. I don't feel like I'm worth all that time, because it's my fault I am like this because I stayed so long. But yeah, it was, I can remember the arguments that we would have that would be, it would drive me crazy, like being held hostage, pretty much. I cannot stand that. Like, in the end, I was just like, I cannot stand this shit right here. Not letting me leave, threatening everything. Like, you either hit me or you motherfucking threaten whoever's gonna come get me, fuck their vehicles up. You're causing problems for yourself on that one. So a lot of times I never called nobody, would always take my phone so I couldn't call nobody. Would throw whatever he could at me and hit me with whatever he can get his hands on, spit on me, say the most horrible shit to me. I remember at one point, like, I was molested by my grandfather, and that was something I wish I never ever told him, because the shit he would say to me is soul hitting. Like, some shit, like, when he first said some shit like that to me, like, I was like, what the fuck? Why would you say something like that to me? Like, he eventually told me that I deserved that shit that happened to me. That's the reason why my family stopped talking to me. That's the reason why my family didn't get shit of all that, because of me. My grandma killed herself, which she didn't. She died in a car wreck, but still. And told me that was all my fault. He would tell my kids it's my fault. The reason why the family don't fuck with me. That's why nobody fucks with me. And yeah, that shit every single day. Like, at first it would have its toll on me, of course, and then eventually you stop showing that. Eventually you stop feeling that. And eventually I remember in the end just feeling nothing, being just a shell, because I feel like I had no purpose, I feel like really nobody would give a fuck besides if it was my mom. Like, I feel like I was just fucking completely useless. Like, I really hated living life. I hated waking up every day. And I really hated just being there. I just hated being just there. I just hated being there. I hated being alive. I really hated living. I don't think like that now, but I really did think like that. I really did hate living. If I've ever hated living, I really hated it. Like, I hated waking up. I hated it. In the end, like, I didn't give a crap about anything. I didn't give a fuck if I ate anything, if I did anything, if I even got out of bed. I didn't even give a shit. Yep. That was a dark spot for me. Like, still thinking now what I used to think, and remember, like, exactly what I was feeling, exactly what I was thinking. Like, I can go back in every situation and can remember what I was feeling, what I was thinking, and just remember it so clear, like it just happened. Like, I really hate it. It's like I said, it's like a fishing lure. I didn't know it wasn't real, but once I got hooked on that motherfucker, it was just, I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out. And I didn't realize how much damage was done until he wasn't there. And I really, in the last month, didn't realize how much it has really fucked with my mind until this past month, when I started drinking, and I still can't remember even getting in my car. Like, that is something that I've never done in my life. Never. Never have I ever got behind the wheel of a vehicle being messed up. It, like, not remembering is the worst. I want to sit here and argue with myself, like, yeah, that wasn't you, but it was me. It was me that got in the car, but it's not. My mind turned, like, I feel like I went to a different place. Like, I don't know what happened. I still don't. I feel like I was somebody else, I guess. And when it all, like, happened, like, it was not, I still don't even remember the wreck that much. Like, I remember sliding off the road and then getting out of my car. Like, I don't even think, I didn't even feel like the wreck was even bad, I don't think. Like, I can't remember it. That's what drives me crazy, because I can't remember it. But anyways, this is probably a long ass video, and I guess I have to do a part 2.